We are living in one of the most fascinating times ever. This is the age of artificial intelligence. This is the age where an individual can be exposed to things that are happening thousands of miles away from his doorstep. This is an era where one can watch things that are happening thousands of miles away from him, even without leaving his bedroom. Welcome to the era where one can be exposed to very bright minds from across the world without leaving his village. Welcome to the era where individuals are being shaped and informed and influenced by celebrities that live millions or thousands of miles away from them. Welcome to the era where through artificial intelligence, one can be exposed to a very great farmer from India, from Israel. And this great farmer will end up influencing these individuals' life and this individual's way of doing farming. Welcome to the era of artificial intelligence, where through tools like TikTok, like Facebook, like Instagram, one can be exposed to a very great herbalist that's thousands of miles away. Welcome to this era where one can be exposed to great musicians from thousands of miles away from oneself. So this is one of the most fascinating times, the age of artificial intelligence, where one can be exposed to whatever is happening in Amazon without even leaving his village, his town, through the smart screen, through the smart device. Our screens can expose us to things that are happening thousands of miles away from us. Through artificial intelligence, we can be exposed to a wisdom from distant past. We can be exposed to teachings of individuals like Mahatma Gandhi. We can be exposed to philosophies of individuals like Mother Teresa. We can get and be exposed to audiobooks of individuals like Zeno. We can be exposed to wise ways of living from across the world, from distant pasts. All we have to do is to have a smartphone device and know the individuals, and we'll find them online. We'll find their content online. And so, this artificial intelligence era is a very, very interesting time where we will have individuals being influenced by movies that are happening thousands of miles away. This artificial intelligence era will end up creating individuals who have been influenced by the music industry happening in America. This artificial intelligence era will create a society where individuals have been influenced by ancient philosophers, ancient wise individuals. All they have to do is to find these individuals through their smart devices, through these YouTubes, through these TikToks. One can find a very resourceful individual that's very distant from himself, and this individual will end up shaping and improving and changing this local individual's life. So this technology era, this era of smartphones, this era of TikToks, this era of YouTubes, this era of smart screens and smart TVs, this era can expose us to things that are happening from everywhere across the world without us leaving our villages. These great minds that we see from distant places will end up influencing and shaping how our daily lives turn out to be. So if it's a great farmer, then you consuming his videos will end up leading you into becoming a better farmer. If you watch videos of a great artist that's in China, thousands of miles away from you, then these artists will end up improving your art skills. So this artificial intelligence era can also expose us to very dangerous lunatics from across the world, and they will end up messing with individuals' brains. So this is the era where distant things that are happening away from us, can be accessed through a tap on your screen, can be exposed through you opening YouTube. So this artificial intelligence era will be very impactful to our societies, to our villages, because we'll have villagers who are exposed to distant things, to things that are happening miles away from themselves. We'll have individuals who are being influenced by preachers that are thousands of miles away from themselves. We'll have spiritual practitioners who are influenced and impacted by ancient philosophers, ancient spiritual individuals like Siddhartha, individuals like Ondeto. We'll have individuals who have been exposed and influenced by great minds, by great distant minds. by great skilled individuals who are very distant in terms of time, meaning one can be exposed to great teachers of the past, and in terms of distance, meaning that one can be exposed to a wise individuals, a wise preacher, a wise spiritual master from himself, and this individual will end up shaping and nurturing and shifting the ways of this local individual. So we'll have societies where individuals are very diverse in their expression as a byproduct of the distant videos, the distant content that they've consumed. So this artificial intelligence era is one of the most fascinating eras, one of the most fascinating times for one to find himself in. This is an era, this is a time where one should use to grow, to improve, to rise, to become a better individual, to uplift his consciousness, her way of life, to upskill, to become a better individual, to make a step towards his betterment, her betterment, towards his upliftment. This artificial intelligence era is a time, is a privilege that should make us expose ourselves to great ancient minds that we will not have come into contact with in the ancient eras, where you will not have smart devices, you will not have smart TVs. Those times you had to encounter the individuals that you come into contact with physically. The only individuals that will influence you are individuals in your community, in your societies, in your surrounding, in your direct, the people that you can come into direct contact with. But in this technological era, this artificial intelligence era, this era of smart devices, one can expose himself or herself to great minds that are very distant, and they will end up improving this individual's way of life.